Welcome back guys. I hope that you would have seen our first and second video. So we were discussing about randomization. So far we have covered pre-randomized and post-randomized method, and in this video we will focus on inline constraint. So basically you would have seen in the first video that we have applied the constraint on our variable for our desired range. So with the help of the inline constraint, we can apply the constraint to the existing constraint. That is, existing constraint means what? Suppose one variable is there and you apply one constraint on it, and you again apply another constraint on it. That is not possible, because what will happen, it will override the previous constraint. But with the help of the inline constraint, you can add one more constraint to the existing constraint without overriding. So this is one of the advantage of inline constraint. So inline constraint is mainly along with written along along with randomized method, along with randomized method using keyword what keyword you have to use with. We will see this. We will first start with class. We'll create one class VLSIChap, and we will declare one variable rand with variable 1. Don't forget to write rand keyword for randomization, then end class. Then in module top we will write a handle name first. CC is a handle name. Then we will go for object creation. So for object creation means what? You are assigning a memory to it. For object creation you have to use the keyword new method. Okay, then c dot randomize. Then we will display $display this value of variable 1 equal to %t. Then we will c dot variable 1, so that you can access the class properties using that c dot, that handle name dot the property or the variable name. Okay, so here you first select system verilog, then in tools and simulators select synopsys vcs 2020. This platform which I am using is EDA Playground, so you have to first log into it. I will make a brief video on how you can write your simulate codes or write codes on EDA Playground. So right now we are getting an error in line number 17. Okay, I forget to write end module. Okay, so we are getting one random value, that is variable 1. So we are getting one. Let's give some size 3 down to 0. Suppose we give 3 down to 0, then we will get some good value, that is range, good range value. That is where, okay, we are getting 9. So suppose now you apply here constraint suppose C1, and you say that your constraint, that is your value of 1, this variable 1 should be greater than 3, and percent that value of 1 should be less than suppose 7. So our value will lie between, what will be our value? Our value will lie between that is 4, 5 and 6. Okay, 4, 5 and 6. Our value will come between 4, 5 and 6. We are getting error here, so I guess semicolon. Okay, so as I said, our value will be between 4, 5 and 6. So suppose you want to add constraint to this existing constraint. You have to add one more constraint, so that you can do it using inline constraint. You have to use the keyword with, and then in floor brackets write what constraint you want. Suppose you want the variable 1 value to be 5. So now you see, Yes, here also you have to use semicolon inside. See, now the value of variable 1 is 5. Now suppose try using repeat method. Repeat repeat 10 times, 5 times, not so much times. And begin and end. Now run again. Now see, the value is restricted to 5 only. Suppose here you have written in this constraint, you have written the value should be greater than 3 and less than 7, and but here you write suppose 10. So there will be a conflict, right? You cannot create conflict here, so it will throw an error here. Now see, the value of this variable is 0, so this is throwing an error. So you should keep this in mind, that whatever constraint you're putting, that should be within this range. So this is main use of inline constraint. So what I told that before, that you cannot write another constraint which is overriding the previous constraint. Suppose we again write the constraint c2, and then we write variable 1 to be 5. Suppose here we write variable 1 to be 5. So now it will throw an error because you cannot do this. Okay, I forget this semicolon. Let's see what happens. See, it is showing 000, means what is happening? It is throwing an error that you cannot perform operation on the same variable, or you cannot create another constraint on the pre-existing constraint. But with the help of this inline constraint, you can create one more operation, or you can override. You can what I say, add an extra constraint to the existing constraint. So this you can do. So this is good. Add extra constraint to existing constraint. So guys, this was brief about inline constraint. I'm going to make more videos on, there are more types of constraint also. So stay tuned. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel, and also tell your friends that we have started this series on System Verilog. So we are going to come up with more videos. So stay tuned. Thank you guys.